Ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing Beyond our Rule Ripper, and last time we had our first death. Billiard's died. I think that he died by going outside, being told that he shouldn't have gone outside, then getting lost, and then succumbing to the poison. So now we have to go back. So I guess we have to load an earlier save, right? Now, I think we need to go to the first council and pick a different option. So we're going to do that now. I think this is probably the best way to do it, right? So if we go to here, I think it said to go to the start of the council, which I suspect is that. Now let's have a quick look at that. Is that what I meant to look at? Oh, yes, it is that. I want to know, skip on red. Okay, so it's only going to skip on red. Does that mean... Yes, because I've read this. Yep, read that. Hang on. Can't skip that. Speed is 3, weight is on 5. Okay, that's not skipping for some... Okay, fine. I've done it. Oh. I had to click the button. Okay. So. Council already completed previously. Do you wish to skip to the final section? Yes. Right? Yes. We will do that. I'm in charge of this game. Yes. I have one condition. I'll agree to your proposal, all of it, but... Billiards, tell us, what is your number? He had to give an answer. Refuse. That's what we're going to do, we're going to refuse. Smash. Threw my glass on the floor. Giving your number, be it true or false, was suicide. Those words from Jin resonated in his head. In his case, it was actually accurate. If he took the deal and gave a number, any number, they could accuse him of being it and force him into giving his real one, still unknown to him. If that happened, his defeat would be certain, and his antidote would be lost. In less than 20 minutes, the poison would kill him. Fear of death halted him. He couldn't take that risk, no matter how much he wanted to save everyone. His silence extended for over a minute, a seemingly endless minute. That was his response. Like I thought. Good choice. Huh? That proposal wasn't serious, only a small test. Oh, darts, you fool. And I'm happy to see you didn't fall for that trap. Trap? Were you planning on kill... No, of course not. I wasn't going to accuse you. I just wanted to see if your heroic aspirations crossed the line. Huh? What are you talking about? Nothing. Doesn't matter anymore. His buttons look like little faces. But we go back to the same problem. We do need a sacrifice. If you have to call it that. It's the hard truth. Unless we don't accuse. That is the dilemma. We need to trust each other. Only in the majority. If a majority isn't reached, nobody will be forced to give out their actual number. So we have to trust in at least 5 people. More or less. So anybody feeling adventurous? They waited for a moment, but silence returned. But among that silence, an arm went up. Whose arm? Oh. Oh, vodka. I'm one. Oh. Shock. Horror. This is what happened, but it was me that said one. The sacrifice spoke up. The one who had on several occasions downplayed the importance of his own survival. The perfect sacrifice. Council completed. Congratulations, all present players have overcome the first hour. As a gift, the antidotes are now, for the next hour, will be delivered shortly. Drinking them as soon as possible is advised to avoid secondary effects of the poison and death. Got there. Chapter end. Cool. Loading. Did we see this last time? Let's begin the game. Ching. Cigar. It's what my body has gotten used to when I'm stressed. A cigar. It's happening again. Oh, I think we might have seen this. Guards. I want to survive, but I aim for something more than the truth. You claim your life. No, I'm French. Then let's both do that, no matter what happens, what others think of, or whatever I said just then. I'll survive this. I'll show all of you that I'm not. A little boy called Piano. Your name is Billiards. I'm not going to let anyone control me like some puppets. I like that this is kind of a bit like Next Top Model or something. Vodka? Did I accept my lot in life? Or did I simply stop caring? What did that say? Oh, stop these shakes. What's poker without some luck? Can I say that again? Hit. Coffee. Still, I did it again. Bill, your number is? Is that what it said? It's not the best way to survive, but it's the best way of surviving. Warning, you've broken the core rule. We saw that. So these are all kind of hints of different endings, maybe. And yet, no matter how much I keep running from it, the dream doesn't end. 10 players. 10 rules. 3 winners. Here, unless... Beyond our Rule Ripper. Trapped in an evolving death game. He chooses to rebel. That's me. So hang on. Did we see this last time? It's a cool trailer. That should be a trailer. Is it a trailer? Save again. Here. Boom. Limbo. Limbo. Okay. The first days. His memories of those days were fuzzy. Have we gone back to the beginning? What's going on? Oops. To be expected as they were his first memories. It happened when he was 5 years old, or maybe 4? That those were his first memories wasn't the only reason he could barely remember them. It was a chaotic time in his life. At no point did he know what was happening. It was perhaps that flow, that hurricane of changes that awakened in his mind the ability to remember. A commotion that left a mark on him forever. Don't worry, this will be your new home. Poor kid. At least he survived. Are you okay? Do you need anything? That was the beginning of his new life, supposedly. For him, however, it was more akin to a first life. The one he had beforehand didn't exist in his mind any longer. Okay. He had already left behind that second life. A third life, his real life, awaited him. But now a fourth life, that game, had seized him. A 10-hour life that could be his last. Where anything could happen. Where nobody was safe. Beyond Dar. Okay, now we're in limbo. So, was that adding to what we saw before, or is it just reminding us of what we saw before? I'm one! With the tone he used, it was almost like he was simply greeting them. Clearly he did not care. Everyone's reaction was immediate. Surprise didn't come from his act. After all, he'd made very clear he didn't fear death, but for his choice in number. Why one? What was one again? Remind me what one was. One is, intended killing is forbidden. Except with an accusal or being the spy. So if vodka died, anyone could kill. Is that what it's telling me? That's kind of crazy. If it was a lie, which it most likely was, they could be sure he wouldn't kill them. Not like that had worried them anyway. His age would make any murder attempt hard. Nobody started an accusation, and Bill's proposal went nowhere. And with that uncertainty, the first council came to an end. Once it ended, a message from the owner, the mastermind, appeared. They had to take their antidotes, but there were a few minutes left until the end of the hour, when they would be distributed. Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? Lime stood up and stretched her arms. I beg your pardon. Nobody answered. Bill wasn't able to calm down, feeling as if he was about to explode at any moment. He felt useless, helpless, like a coward. His inaction had made vodka take the fall. His feelings of guilt were so strong that his vision had become cloudy. Or perhaps the reason for that was... Alright, time to get this throat wet with some booze. Almost dried up there. Yes, please. I need something strong. Like a shot of bleach. We've seen this before. Can we skip this? I once read a novel with a murder where the killer used detergent to do it. Don't give me that look, it was a joke. I wasn't talking about killing you, man. People have lost their sense of humor. A weird novel, I know. A sequel was better. Everyone else began to rise from the table, heading to the counter. For the time being, they would leave the place just as it was, for use in future cancels. I think we've seen this before, so let's see if it'll let us skip. It's letting us skip. Let me just double check. It's skip unread. So if I've read it, it's not going to skip. Right? I better be right with this, because otherwise... Blah 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 blah. Blah de blah de blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. Loading. We've read this. Okay. Oh shit. No. Skip unread. That means I haven't read it? Oh, god damn it. Right, okay, hang on. And we're back. Okay, I definitely have it on the right thing now. So, that's skip unread. I don't want it to skip, so I have it unticked. God, I'm an idiot. Right, okay. It was already 1:33. There was still some time left for the second council. He had taken care of his objective, and yet he still couldn't relax too much. He had to be prepared. He couldn't let his previous failure happen again. Thankfully, nothing had happened yet. But that could change at any time. Whoop. I'm going to go over sit on a chair. He went to a nearby table and sat down trying to concentrate. Shouldn't I be a white ball if it's billiards? On the one hand, there was his personal issue. His unknown number, which could be either 2, 6 or 8. With Rule 2, he could venture outside, where a bigger hope existed as opposed to the non-existent one inside that bar with barely no options left. While he couldn't claim to have searched the Golden Jack from top to bottom. He had looked enough to be quite sure that the salvation wasn't there. But what was the salvation he seeked? The antidotes. Not the temporary ones they'd taken, but the ones the winners of the game would receive. If they existed, they had to be there somewhere, in the building. That's why Rule 2 was his biggest hope, the freedom of movement. The only alternative was to escape and find a hospital as fast as possible, which was clearly more dangerous. Either way, they had to get out. What hopes did he have remaining inside that bar? Win the game. That was all he could accomplish there. Had Two already tried to escape, or was it him? Was his only option to go out risking his life? Am I coming at a bad time? I'm assuming this is vodka. A voice interrupted his thoughts. Opening his eyes and looking up, he found something unexpected. No, is something wrong? It is vodka. No, it's nothing. I was passing by and saw you sitting all by your lonesome, so I came to fix that. What a nice man. Well... He tried being alone on purpose, but before he could say anything else, vodka was already sitting in front of him. He moved slowly, albeit without much hardship for his age. I've been pondering over what we talked about on the counter. Yeah, I was also thinking that. Any conclusion? Yes. Well, no, more or less. That uncertainty won't do you any favours, young one. Lying like before would be better. Before? You called it certainty while I called it madness, even though I knew the truth. Oh yeah, that's right. Joined Council 1. Chin up. That was a noble lie. Noble? It will only be a lie if you let it become one. That's why I want you to prove me wrong. I claim that what you propose is impossible. All but 3 people will die, and that's the best case scenario. I'll probably be among the first to go too. Don't say that, please. The only good thing you get with age is wisdom. So, let me enlighten you. First, let me put my glasses on, and then I'll take them off during a dramatic moment. You must look at reality and make a choice. You either accept it, or challenge it. If you refuse what I say so strongly, you must fight. And for that your lie must become truth. And for that, your lie must become truth. You have to beat reality. Don't fear it. Act no matter what. Do the unthinkable. I feel determination in your words, yet it's lacking in your actions. Are you saying that I should have taken Dart's deal? It still hurts to think that you had to take that hit for us. Still going with that? Please. Oh, hang on. Was that vodka that said that? Or was that me that said that? It might have been me. Yes, it was me. Still going with that? Please. The real hit was the one with the floor afterwards. Not me uttering a number. Forget that folly and that foolishly inane deal. Maybe it would have been better to accept. Who knows? But that would not have been the solution you were looking for. Forget the rest and focus on what truly matters. Your words alone are pointless. To convince us, you need proof. Show it and put us on your side. Bill did his best to understand the little lecture, like a son carefully listening to his father or teacher. But what proof could he acquire? The only thing he could think of was taking the riskiest path, leaving the Golden Jack. Do you think I should risk my life for it? In the face of that question, Vodka fell silent for a moment. After some thought, he gave his answer. I thought your goal was everyone's survival. Or are you not including yourself? Oh. That got him. If you feel as if there's no other choice, perhaps. It's your life, do whatever you want. In any case, if you need a sacrifice, here I am. No, I'd never do that. Your ambitions are high, very high. Too much so, probably. Few heroes in life. Don't try to be one if you don't see yourself capable. Nobody is forcing you to. It's not what I'm really looking for. I'm not trying to be a hero, but I just can't sit down and do nothing with what's happening and what can happen. Sure. Good luck on that. As if nothing had happened, Vodka got up. Wait. That's it? Not a lot left. Left of what? The alarm. He looked at the time. 1:40. The council. There was still 5 minutes left, but the sooner the better. If they lost track of time and were late, they could lose their antidotes. That'd be the saddest and dumbest reason to die. I'm guessing we're heading to the same place, yes? I mean, yes, of course. Not sure, but we should. It's what everyone else will probably think. Oh yeah, as if it might be a different place, is that what it means? Let's get going then. In the end, no plan was made. The only conclusion was that number 2 was the key. That and Vodka's words, still resonating in his mind. Boop. Ending the talk, they proceeded to the same area as the previous council. There were some already waiting. 2 less. 2 more, you mean? He sat on the same spot as last time, and so did Vodka. Where are the others? Poker, gin, lime, and coffee were still missing. Oh, Poker and Gin said they were going to play chess. Really? Yes, I can confirm it. That's what they told me, at least. And I saw Lime lying on a sofa. Oh, yes, me too. I hope she didn't fall asleep. That'd be the worst. Should I go look for them? No need, you already did enough for us back at the counter. Let's hope they're responsible enough to remember. Is this council going to be different? Are we going to have to do it, or can we skip it, do you think? Old barman's having an alarm. Their problem. If the girl fell asleep, I wouldn't put much faith on that waking her up. I know from experience. Few things can wake me. We get the idea, old fart. The building could collapse, and I still wouldn't get up. Nothing like some good sleep. Coffee came at that time, speechless as usual. She sat in her seat, raising her hand as her only greeting, like a student raising the alarm at roll call. We can probably skip this, because I feel like we're getting back into territory that we've done before. Yes, okay, cool. Although the situation still wasn't desperate, time advanced without mercy. New stuff. Turned on showing the council warning. The time had arrived again. It felt quick, like they'd just finished the first one. Although the situation still wasn't... Yeah, okay. Rule 3 would be a danger to confront again, without a pact made. Perhaps he'd have to be the one to act this time. With his mind still plagued by doubts and worries, the council started. Now, do we get to skip this council? I guess I'll save here. Boom. Can we skip it? Here we go again. Where do we start? Okay, we can't skip this. My guess would be Rule 3 again. So soon? The sooner the better. That way we can rest easy.
I already did my part. Somebody else has to pay up now.
Like, maybe... me? Is this a council that's starting? We haven't got the thing where we catch Cigar out. That's interesting. I think. The Skond Council. Okay. We didn't have this last time.
Any volunteers?
How would I click on this? Nobody's saying anything. There's Jin. Once again, he didn't have the will. The danger of doing it without knowing his own number was too high.
Nobody.
There she is. Rock, paper, scissors. She's French. Again with that.
Again with that.
It's a rock solid game without many papers have been written about its reliability and something scissors. Alright, Arnie. I guess that's an option. Hey, Billy, you said it first. How about it? Yeah, I think that's the most fair and logical way, and the safest too. Okie dokie, then... wait, we should all decide. Oh, yeah, sure. Limbs up if you agree. Agree? Agree?
Agree means, having to participate.
Yeah, in it. Yep. It's not fair unless everyone's in. That would require a unanimous vote that would then create a pact that needs to be kept. Otherwise, even if someone is chosen at random, that person could back down.
Yeah, there's no rule making us do that. Jesus Christ. At this rate, you'll be arguing till the cows come home, and even then you won't be done. Can I take a nap till this gets anywhere? No!
Rightly said, Piano.
But I did my part already. What do you people expect from me here?
Whatever, who cares?
Noise would make it impossible, though.
Focus, please. We can't take all day. For starters, who's in favour? Bill, Lime... Oh, Bill, Lime, Cocktail and Cigar raised their hands. Seconds later, Vodka did too. Not that anyone didn't take that one for granted. Scaredy cats! She's French! Well, that's half. Scaredy cats. Then get it done, between you five.
4. Well, 4.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, so be it. But, no worries, people. Gramps already did it, and not a thing happened. Not a thing happened, not a zing happened.
Not like I'm worth accusing.
Then, rock, paper, scissors? Whatever you all prefer, but let's get this done. Alrighty then. Ace Ventura. And so after a few games, the loser was... Oh, no cocktail. Luck is not on my side today, if that's how it is. My number's 5. Complete silence. He'd chosen a very special number, be it at random or perhaps for a reason. They remained silent for almost a full minute. Finally, nothing happened. It appears that nobody is willing to accuse me.
Second member, welcome to the club.
So he's saying he's number 5. With the worries lifted, it was time to change the topic. Should I try to convince them to do an alliance again? The likelihood of winning them over wouldn't improve by repeating the same arguments. But what else could he do? At least nobody was mentally ready to kill. Yet. Oh, hello. Thanks, Ruth, for following. Oh, I'm missing stuff. We could, but now that we're here, we might as well talk. How do I... Can I stop that and look? No, I can't. Never mind.
What about? How nice the weather is.
We should find out some of the more dangerous numbers. Wait. I think we all know what you're going to say. Any solid idea? Not yet, but we shouldn't fight before trying something first. It's been working the noggin, but for now I don't see any other solution in sight without any sacrifices. We should. There must be. Hit. I know things seem really bad right now. But we know the antidotes exist. There has to be a way to get them.
Yes, well, by winning.
Besides winning. Of course, stealing them. No lime. We need access to the outside for that, which means we need the help of number 2. I guess we could steal them. I don't know why I was so quick on to jump down Lime's throat. Exactly. Could 2 speak up? Come on, who's 2?
Yeah, right. As if they'd confess.
I get that they'd be scared, especially considering some comments. But even if they keep it a secret, they can go out and search on their own. But they'd have to do it without being seen. Wink. And come back for the council every hour. But the rules say we only have to join if we're here. If we're in here, in the silver watch-chan. But their identity would be obvious if they miss a council. It would be. Oh ha ha ha! I'm French. And if it's known, they'll be voted so we can go out. Is that minimal sacrifice really necessary? Uh-oh, shit. Most seem to agree. But in those circumstances, Rule 2 wouldn't dare to go out. I highly doubt they'll show their face. But hey, it'd be great if they got the antidotes and brought them here, for sure. Exactly, we just have to trust that person. But we can't be waiting forever, and if they haven't gone out yet, it's not very promising. Let's give them a couple of hours, okay? There was no answer. Nobody seemed to have any objections, but their faces didn't show they were convinced either. Not much hope to be found. So was that the wrong thing to do then? In other words, for now we should prioritize our survival above anything else. I like that. Maybe if we hold on for enough time, the police will find us. Should we focus on... Oh, what was that?
That'd be complicated though, not impossible, but it would mean surviving for more than the 10 hours.
Should we focus on survival? Yeah, let's focus on survival. Hit. No, that would mean getting rid of a rule.
No shit, but in order to prolong our lives, the many takes precedence over something. I'm fine with that, but if we have to be here until they rescue us, we could die without food. I'm a little boy. That's how little you trust the police.
I don't think anyone should trust the police.
If they were good, we wouldn't have been kidnapped.
Exactly, Piano.
I doubt they would find us.
How mistrustful.
That's youth. But quite honestly, I wouldn't bet on them either. But I'd bet even less on me holding out much longer. Maybe I'll have a heart attack soon so I can stop caring. Not like I care much in the first place.
Old people and young people online joining hands with a shared intergenerational dream. Beautiful. She's French.
Let's focus. Who here thinks we should try to endure as long as possible?
After a few moments of reflection, several hands went up. Cigar, darts and poker, Cocktail raised his hand slightly, uncertain. With gin, that'd be half. Actually, it'd be pretty wild if suddenly men in black from the CIA stormed in to save us. Easy mode. That would be easy mode. Yeah, easy. Aside from, you know, surviving.
The CIA here, and men in black. In what country and year do you think we are?
Interesting. It's what popped into my head when I thought of a rescue. I don't know why, it just did.
It's that cinema thing. All fiction.
That cinema thing? What century are you from?
This one, of course. Wait, no, it changed recently. Whichever came before this one, then. I've never been into those moving pictures, you see.
The conversation derailed again. He needed to act. So, I also want to hope that we'll be rescued, but if they take too long, which is possible, deaths will be inevitable.
You like repeating yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'll say it as many times as needed. You're taking everyone's lives too lightly. Our kidnapper might see this as a game, but it's not. We can't. Oh. Frustration got to him, paralyzing him while holding back tears. Using all his willpower, he endured as he had done until then. He wouldn't give the owner the show he most likely desired, rather. He wouldn't cry. He didn't deserve this show. He wouldn't cry. Don't cry. Everything will be alright. Who's that? Don't cry. Sometimes it'll be tough, but nothing lasts forever. And that's why the good times also have to end. But we will meet again, someday. Remember, you are stronger than you think. Interesting. Who's that? Those words came back to him once more. Even though that person had left his life long ago, his words still echoed in him. His dad? It was thanks to him that he was now fighting for the lives of all those strangers. He wouldn't let him down. Neither him nor himself. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about somebody. Sorry, as I was saying, we can't accept sacrifices. Oh, it's jumped up. It's in the middle again.
That sounds lovely, but reality isn't.
There's only one alternative. Rule 2. But again, that would require trusting someone to save us and surviving till then. Either that or sacrificing that person.
You all lost me again. Let's see if I can untangle this mess. So, the choices we've got are...
playing the game and winning. Getting rid of the rules necessary to survive, especially 4, until we're rescued, or either getting help from Rule 2 or removing them and searching for ourselves. Is that correct? I love how it's like a billiards. Yeah, don't see any other way. You know, like this noise. Actually, I've got some suspicions that, if confirmed true, could lead us into a 4th option. For now, though, yes, those are the only 3. Why won't you tell us your suspicions? Hey, don't leave us hanging off a cliff. I will. Was that the final verdict? It seemed that way, and some already appeared to have taken a stance on what option they preferred. No, it was obvious that the second option was the most popular, but there wasn't a decisive majority. It was no doubt a better option than trying to win the game, but Bill still couldn't accept it. Bill still. But at that point, arguments weren't enough. He needed evidence to convince them, not promises. A clear consensus couldn't be reached yet, but no matter what they chose, something was certain. Sacrifices were needed, and with time, the number of sacrifices would only increase. And those sacrifices wouldn't just take it, they'd fight for their lives, put in danger purely because of a specific rule that they'd gotten at random. The third option, rule number 2. What seemed to be their sole hope? Chapter end. Whoa. That was fun. It played out differently as well. Beyond our rule ripper. Okay, and we are going to carry on and see how this plays out, how things are going to end up different. Next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Beyond Our Rule Ripper, and I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. 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 Yeah.